Hello, guys, and welcome to Cricket Caviar. Today we have the elite of all elite panels. Oh, and Samriddhi is also there, along with his dad, Shreyansh Bhai, Gaurav, and Devanshu Bhai. So, guys, today we are going to discuss about Asia Cup and the mother of all battles, like they said, India versus Pakistan. Pakistan is now officially the number one ODI team, and India has not done that great lately in ODI cricket. We have lost a lot of series. We lost to South Africa. We lost to West Indies. We didn't lose to West Indies, but the performance has not been that great. We lost to Australia. So I just wanted to take
Bangladesh. We lost to Bangladesh, bhai. Bangladesh, you missed.
Bangladesh. We lost to Bangladesh. Yes. So what do you guys have to? So let us. I'm starting with Gaurav, and I will come to Devanshu bhai and Shreyansh bhai. Shreyansh bhai last because you were there also yesterday. Yesterday, by the way, we have also made a video on this, but we want to explore a few new things. So Gaurav, I'll like to start with you. Under Babar Azam's captaincy, do you see Pakistan winning the Asia Cup and defeating India at least two times in this tournament?
Yes, I can see that because as far the form goes, I think Pakistan is the most favored side at this moment in the Asia Cup. If you look at the other teams also, the thing is that we have seen that the pitches in Colombo and the Candy going to play the same way it did yesterday against Afghanistan. So the Pakistan got a very good bowling attack, especially the fast bowling attack. We have seen quite a lot of movements and steep bounce under the lights at Premadasa yesterday. So Pakistan got the attack. The only problem I see Pakistan right now is their middle order and a bit of the strike rate issue also. Apart from that, they have got all the bases covered. If you see, they got a top-notch top order in front of Fakar, Imam, and Babar. Then got Rizwan, the keeper. A bit of problem area is Aga Salman, but he can bowl also. So in India, he'll be useful. He struggled against quality spin against Afghanistan. But apart from that, I've seen him play on flat surfaces in Pakistan. He was quite good there. The position of number 6 is crucial. That they tried Iftikhar Ahmed, they tried short Shakil yesterday, so that's going to be a little bit a dicey issue there for Pakistan. But they got a inform all rounder in form of Shadab, who is a very decent batsman as well, and he was brilliant in the T20 World Cup in Australia as a bowler. So there's a spot for the second spinner. Whether they'll go with Usama Mir, I don't know, or Mohammad Nawaz. Personally, I would prefer Nawaz because of his left arm variety that he brings. And personally, I would prefer Imad Wasim actually in place of Nawaz, who most probably won't be selected because of other reasons. There he had some issues with Babar in the past. So
friendship. He's not a friend of Babar. Yeah.
He's a friend of Virat, actually. Virat and Imad is a big time friends. So, that's why I see Pakistan is the more favored side. So that's answering your question. They should win Asia Cup, but they don't win always. They've won only twice. In all these years, Pakistan had a very good side over the years in one-day cricket, especially during the 90s. But still, they have won only 2 Asia Cups. Even last time, the T20 format, they were supposed to beat Sri Lanka in the final. They had Sri Lanka on the mat at 62 for 5, yet they lost the final. Yes. So you never know with Asia Cup, but as far as the team is concerned, they should win the Asia Cup in terms of the form and the team balance they have.
Okay. Devanshu bhai, if you're there, so I'd like to take up your thoughts. Let's talk about, I think Gaurav has beautifully put it about the Pakistan team. Want to hear from you about the Indian team. what do you think about India's chances? And is there anything that we should change in the current setup? What we feel is the current setup. Of course, KL Rahul is not going to play the first match, which is the group stage match, but he will be available for the later part of the tournament. But how do you see the Indian team overall? Mute Chance Vaishya.
I have very little expectations this time from Indian contingent, and it's it's a good space for me to be in with respect to mental state because expectations are low. टीम काफी टाइम से यही खेल रही है, जितने भी टूर्नामेंट्स हमने देखे हैं मोटा मोटी एक दो प्लेयर ऊपर नीचे होते हैं, बट यही 11 यही 12 प्लेयर्स ही खेल रहे हैं ज्यादातर। और उसके बाद भी मतलब रिजल्ट्स नहीं आ रहा है। द ओनली चेंज दिस टाइम इज दैट बुमराह इज बैक एंड अगेंस्ट आयरलैंड ही डिड शो गुड साइंस एंड सो हाउ मच बिग दैट चेंज कैन बी, वो कितना इम्पैक्टफुल हो सकता है, उसी के ऊपर आई थिंक इंडिया का निर्भर है। बैटिंग में दिक्कत यही हो रही है कि बहुत ज्यादा टॉप हैवी है, एंड अगर रोहित और विराट रन नहीं बनाते हैं तो फिर मिडिल ऑर्डर पूरा ही तहस नहस हो जाता है। इवन इन द ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज वी सॉ दैट, इवन अगेंस्ट बांग्लादेश इट वाज सेम। जो मैच हम जीते उसमें भी टॉप ऑर्डर से डबल सेंचुरी थी। सो मेजर चैलेंज वही है। और जैसे देवांशु भाई ने बोला ना, श्रीलंका में डबल्स एंड ट्रिपल्स बहुत बड़े होंगे क्योंकि ग्राउंड्स बहुत बड़े बड़े हैं। मतलब आप शादाब ने जो भी सेकंड मैच
वही तो हम नहीं लेते हैं, डबल्स और ट्रिपल्स तो हमारे फिलोसफी में नहीं है ना।
मतलब आप ही देखो ना, शादाब ने जो सेकंड मैच जिताया था उसमें उसने कितने दुक्के भागे हैं, जबरदस्त दुक्के। मतलब वो एक बहुत बड़ा पॉइंट है क्योंकि हम स्पिन के खिलाफ इतने अच्छे प्लेयर्स नहीं रहे हैं। और जैसे कि अगर 20 से 25 ओवर की अगर स्पिन बॉलिंग होगी तो इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट फॉर इंडियन मिडिल ऑर्डर, क्योंकि विराट भी ऑफ लेट क्या पेस को तो बहुत अच्छा खेलता है, स्पिन पे इज आल्सो गेटिंग आउट डिसमिस्ड। और हर टीम के पास हाँ, और हर टीम के पास एक बढ़िया लेग स्पिनर है ही सही। इधर शादाब है, उधर आपके हसरंगा है, इधर आपके दोनों राशिद और मुजीब हैं ही सही। सो वहां पे आई थिंक इंडिया
बिकॉज़ सब कॉन्टिनेंट में हो रहा है।
हाँ, बहुत फंस सकती है वहां पे इंडिया। मतलब प्रॉब्लम ये हो रही है, मतलब मेरे को एक्चुअली में इसलिए एक्सपेक्टेशन कम है। और जैसे गौरव ने बोला, आई फील कि ऑन पेपर पाकिस्तान इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट टीम। और मुझे तो मतलब जो 2 सितंबर का मार्की क्लैश जिसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं, जो प्रतीक का कवर है, इसमें रोहित की दुख वाली हंसी दिख रही है और बाबर की जीत वाला खुशी दिख रहा है। यही मुझे लग रहा है कि ऐसा हो सकता है, क्योंकि अभी आज की तारीख में दे आर अ स्ट्रॉन्गर साइड बेसिकली। एंड आई डोंट थिंक पाकिस्तान को बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर लेना चाहिए क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी गुड स्पेस में है।
नवाज को खिलाना चाहिए उनको, बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है।
Pratik, do you think Pakistan is a well settled unit and they will come out on top compared to India?
Yeah, they are more well settled. मिडिल ऑर्डर में उनका इश्यूज है, स्पिनर्स भी थोड़े वीक है, बट स्टिल more well settled than India, I would say.
Gaurav, I have one question for you. So, do you think Rizwan is good at number 4 because he is normally a batter who plays well in power play? We have seen like in T20s, he can hit above the 30-yard circle, he can get some boundaries. But when it comes to strike rotation, when it comes to taking those singles and rotating the strike, I felt yesterday he was not that great. Like he kept Babar off the strike for a very, very long time. And as a number 4 batter, it's probably your job to, to give the most of the strike to the other batsman and also allow a captain or a player like Babar to also play his game. Like I remember there was a phase in the game where 25 balls Babar did not get the strike at all. Although Rizwan was scoring, he was taking singles of the last ball of the over, like what Ganguly used to do with Sachin earlier. Take a single of the last ball of the over and then keep strike. And so, yes, Gaurav, I want your view on that.
See, you have got to understand the dynamics of Pakistani one-day batting setup is quite different from, say, a team like England. who goes for hell for leather from the beginning, very beginning. The Pakistani dynamics is slightly different, a bit of old school method. They employ old school method. I don't see any other option there batting at number 4. They've tried quite a few players at 4, like Haider Ali, Abdullah Shafiq, and a lot of them, but they didn't quite succeed. So I think Rizwan is still, for me, the best bet out there. Yeah, there are certain things which needs to be improved, like you said, the strike rotation and the strike rate issue as well. Yesterday it was a slow surface. Yes, I can understand that, but not that that you bat at strike rate of 50, 55 or so for a well period of time. So the dynamics of Pakistani batting is a little different in comparison to the modern day the needs. But then you have got to understand that another fact that Pakistan got a really good attack. So not that every time they'll need 300. Not every team has this luxury of having such a great attack that even if you scored at 20 runs less than what you aim, then your bowling attack can defend that. So Pakistan got this advantage, and because of that, this Pakistani style of batting is actually helping them. Otherwise, this is a little bit outdated batting approach for the need of modern day cricket. But then that's how they
that's
play.
okay. Even our batsmen say statements like strike rate is overrated. So I guess outdated. They are not as much outdated as such. Like Devanshu Bhai is pointing at this wonderful player who is the most self-centered, most self-obsessed player of all time in the history of cricket. You can see how many IPL matches he has lost just by, playing for himself and playing for his runs and thinking that I will be the batsman to stay till the end and finish matches and ultimately not finishing them. So I don't think Pakistan is that outdated. When you have players like KL Rahul in Indian team, I can say for sure that we are much outdated than them. So
Let's see, Pakistan going to struggle in what conditions? There are specific conditions where Pakistan going to struggle with this approach. Say you play a match at Bangalore on a absolutely flat surface on a small ground where you need to hit sixes. Bangalore is a six-hitting ground, so you need to hit more sixes. In such conditions, Pakistan going to struggle because there are not many six-hitters in the top order. Remember, they got Nasim Shah and Haris Rauf and Shaheen Shah Afridi can hit a few lusty blows during the slog overs. That's fine. But the top order is not a six-hitter apart from Fakhar Zaman. The only Fakhar Zaman is a six-hitter among the top order batsmen. Then you see Iftikhar Ahmed is someone who is either a block or a hit. So these two I can identify as six-hitters. So in places like Bangalore, where they are going to play Australia, they're going to struggle there if it is a flat Bangalore surface. Otherwise, in conditions like the ball stopping or where it is a 270 kind of a match, not a 330 match, Pakistan going to benefit there with this kind of a batting approach and a bowling attack they have.
Yes, Devanshu, coming to you next.
So actually, मैं एक point बोलना भूल गया था about Indian camp that is going on in Bangalore.
थोड़ा नीचे हो देवांशु भाई, पीछे का टी-शर्ट देखने दो एक बार.
6-day camp in Bangalore, which is a very rarity, right? In this age and time. So it's good कि आप cricket खेल रहे हो and you have match practice and everything. But sometimes these kind of camp is very helpful because you can make strategy how to play a certain kind of attack. So abhi, I think India has got a good chance that they can work out playing Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, and Australia, because these are 4 teams that they are going to play in within span of 20-25 days. And again, the same set of teams will be there in the league matches as well in World Cup. And मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि if we have sorted out Pakistan attack any other attack in world cricket will not trouble you because they
Hmm.
don't have that kind of class, to be honest. And उसमें भी, as I said, कि there are two cheat codes against Pakistan. One, you don't lose a wicket to their fast bowler. अगर उनके फास्ट
Hmm.
बॉलर का विकेट नहीं दोगे स्टार्टिंग के 15 ओवर में, उसके बाद उनके
Hmm.
पास प्लान नहीं है दूसरा कि क्या होने वाला है उनके साथ।
Hmm.
और दूसरी चीज, अगर आप 300 बना रहे हो तो आपको किसी भी तरीके से 330 बनाना पड़ेगा। वो 300 चेस कर लेंगे, वो 330 चेस नहीं कर सकते, उनके बस की बाहर की बात है वो। तो
Hmm.
आपको ये दो चीज अगर आपने कर ली तो
Hmm.
पाकिस्तान डोंट हैव एनी अदर ऑप्शन और एनी अदर सर्फेस। और जैसे
Hmm.
गौरव ने बोला फ्लैट सर्फेस, तो
Hmm.
इंडिया में तो जो वर्ल्ड कप होगा उसमें फ्लैट ही सर्फेस मिलने वाली है, छोटे ही
Hmm.
ग्राउंड रहेंगे, तो वो वहां पे स्ट्रगल कर सकते हैं पाकिस्तानी बॉलर।
Absolutely.
वो तो बिल्कुल
Yes.
ट्रू है।
नहीं, फ्लैट सर्फेसेस तो रहेंगे. इनफैक्ट हैदराबाद विल आल्सो बी अ, आई एम क्वाइट श्योर इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ फ्लैट सर्फेस. पाकिस्तान इज प्लेइंग इन हैदराबाद एंड बैंगलोर, सो आई थिंक these two are
See,
going.
Shikhar, there's a thing that if you ask any layman who are going to be the four semi-finalists of the World Cup, the
Hmm.
four countries that name will appear are Australia, England, India, and Pakistan. These are the
Hmm.
four prime favorites to reach World Cup semi-finals.
Yes.
So when you reach that point, it's immaterial whether you get a flat surface or a slow surface, whether in the build-up to that
Okay.
semi-final. It becomes immaterial. So what happens after that is important. That Pakistan going to play its semi-final at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata, and the final at Ahmedabad. If they reach the final, they will play the final at Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad,
Hmm.
they will have some issues because
Hmm.
of the flat nature of
Flat surface.
the wicket.
Hmm.
Ahmedabad also has some bounce. The Kolkata
Hmm.
track going to suit them more.
Hmm. Hmm.
Kolkata has this habit of producing pitches which somehow help fast bowlers.
Hmm.
So because the new pitch was laid few years back, the new grass, and because of that, the fast bowlers do get some help in Kolkata.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
how they tackle that phase is important, because remember, if there's going to be some help for the fast bowlers, then Pakistani batsman also has to play that thing now, the opposition bowlers.
Hmm.
So they won't be such pushovers. Now, if suppose they play England or Australia or whatever, they won't be pushovers. Even Indian fast bowling also, because if there is some bounce and movement,
Hmm.
then Siraj, Bumrah, Hardik, Shami is not going to be easy, or Shardul, whatever, not going to be
Hmm.
easy if there is movement or offer or a bit of bounce. So there's the two sides of the coin. You have your fast bowlers who will get help. Also, you got your batsman. You need to have that balance, right? That's why we are saying for India, the number 8 should be either Akshar Patel or Shardul Thakur, depending on the conditions. Because your number 8 is a very crucial position in one-day cricket. At times, he'll be 6 down, and you have got certain amount of runs to be scored to win the game. Then your number 8 becomes really crucial.
No, but yesterday we were discussing, Gaurav. So just if you take it for India, 9, 10, 11 is Shami, Siraj, Bumrah, right? 9, 10 and
And
11.
Kuldeep, 8.
Kuldeep is 8
Kuldeep.
क्योंकि शमी
Okay,
सिराज
okay.
बुमराह तो
That's
खेलेंगे
what
ही खेलेंगे.
that's what I am saying, that you Shami, Siraj,
Shami
Bumrah
can't play.
cannot play together.
Shami can't
Shami,
play.
Siraj, Bumrah cannot play together.
Yeah,
But they
absolutely.
will.
Two of them
That
going to
is.
play, and the third going to be only you have a luxury of Hardik Pandya bowling.
Yes.
You've got a luxury of a third seamer already. So either you play Shardul Thakur there, who can bat at number 8 and provide you some overs in the bowling, supporting Pandya, or you play Akshar Patel depending on the conditions.
Correct.
Depending on the conditions they're playing. Say, if you are playing, say, at Firozshah Kotla or at Chennai, there's no point of playing Shardul Thakur there. Because they don't need that fourth seamer. You need the third spinner there. Because your top order batsmen don't bowl. That's why you need the third spinning option. That's why I don't know whether the other panel going to support me or not. I would rather prefer Ravichandran Ashwin in the setup, because there will be teams which will be full of left-handers. I know this is a problematic point. I'm saying. But the thing that Ravichandran Ashwin on a turning track against, say, we are playing Australia at Chennai, say Pakistan got quite a few left-handers, then Ravichandran Ashwin becomes a huge important cog in the Indian bowling attack as well. I'd rather have this variation in the bowling attack than say same pattern. Say Jadeja
Actually, Gaurav, I have no doubt. I am going to support you on this. Actually, I have no doubt he's a better fit in ODI team than in T20 team. Like you picked him in a T20 team where he was not a fit as a batsman and also as a bowler. He's clearly a better fit in an ODI team. And especially when the tournament is being played in the subcontinent, there is no doubt.
Also, it's a month-long tournament. See, month-long tournament, multiple matches in certain stadiums. The wicket's going to get tired at the back end of it, and it's going to play suit spinners.
I had
At
raised
times,
this
so-
point in the group also actually once, but of course,
Rohit and
I guess
Virat are
people
playing
tired of
because they
Ashwin.
had excellent performance in the last decade, 2010 to 2020. So a batter can play because he was a legend for the country, but a bowler cannot play. So very unfair for Ravi Ashwin to not
Hey,
be playing
actually, Indian
because Rohit and Virat got a
selectors
free
gave up
pass
on
into that
Ashwin
team.
because he has already played so many World Cups and he was a fish who
he's
was
actually
being
World
asked
Cup
to
winner
climb
in
a tree.
2011.
He was a fish who was being asked to climb a tree, basically in T20 cricket. Okay, so he should have definitely been there in ODI squad. I also feel that. Yeah.
And he's a smart cricketer. He's a smart cricketer. Look how he dealt with Nawaz in that last over at NCG, the high pressure situation. He opted to leave the ball,
Leave the
which
ball.
yielded a wide. So he was quite smart about things
They
which
just
Rishabh Karthik
look
really
at the
wasn't.
quarterfinal of 2011 World Cup where Dhoni opened with Ashwin as bowler,
Yes, he
and
got
he took
Shane Watson out.
Shane
The
Watson,
big wicket
yes.
of Shane Watson. See,
Yeah.
that Ashwin and this Ashwin is different. I'm not saying that. Ashwin cannot play every match as well because he's not a wicket-taking option anymore. But only matches Ashwin can play, say teams like Australia or a team like Pakistan, which have quite a few left-handed batsmen in their setup. So
Yeah,
he can provide you that advantage there. The matchup's going to favor him in those encounters. I'm pretty happy with Chahal's exclusion, the Chatu Chanchal Chalak Chahal, whatever Akash Chopra says, I don't know. But the thing is that I'm pretty happy with that exclusion because what I feel about Chahal is a very poor bowler. Very poor bowler. Over the years, he has been really poor in the last couple of years. So I don't have any issue with Chahal getting dropped. Kuldeep is far better at this point of time, the way he's bowling. Especially after the comeback, he built up a little bit more pace into his bowling, and
Yes.
which resulted in a very good manner for him in terms of wickets and also the economy rate. So that's how I feel that if there is a scope, then I'll squeeze Ashwin into the attack and use him as horses for courses. Otherwise, your
But
number
with
8
whom?
should always be Akshar and Shardul, depending on situation. Obviously, Akshar is a better batsman than Shardul, but Shardul has shown us that he has this capability of
Taking
producing
wickets.
miraculous knocks. at times.
Miraculous things. Miraculous. He's a lord. So
Lord
there is no
Shardul
World
Kar.
Cup without a lord, and very well explained, Gaurav. Actually, so we are running out of time, I guess, but we still have to cover. Like Pratik said, we want to cover other teams also. So we'll cover Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Probably next week we'll be doing a special episode on
Sri Lanka is
and-
having a lot of issues. Shikhar, Sri Lanka is having a lot of issues. Hasaranga will be out. Chamira will be out. Avishka and someone else I think is I think infected with COVID. So Sri Lanka has a lot of issues here. Hasaranga will be a big miss for them.
But he'll be fit for World
What
Cup, right?
I think he'll be fit for World Cup, but then as far as Asia Cup is
Asia
concerned,
Cup
I
is
think
out.
Hasaranga will be a big miss. Big
Yeah,
miss. Big
Hasaranga
miss.
and Theekshan have a very good partnership, just like Mujib and Rashid.
That's why Hasaranga will be a big miss. He's injured. He didn't play the LPL final as well.
Actually, he is the
Right.
entire Sri Lanka team. Sometimes I feel entire Sri Lanka team is Hasaranga. Like he can only win them matches. Otherwise, they look more disappointing side than Bangladesh, I would
Batsman
say.
need to
ये
negate
होता ही
that.
नहीं, यहाँ बैठ के नहीं खाने की जगह है, ये लोग
श्रेयांश
वैसे
भाई,
कुछ काटते नहीं है.
mute, mute. Hmm.
That is my point actually.
Shikhar, Prateek is saying कि if we are discussing other teams, then we will join because he already discussed India.
Yeah, so let's discuss some other teams also. Let's like sticking to Asia Cup. Let's discuss Afghanistan also. So I mean, Afghanistan also competed really well throughout this tournament and throughout this 3-match ODI series. Do you see Shreyansh bhai, this question to you or Devanshu, if Shreyansh bhai is not available? Do you see Afghanistan actually making an impact in the World Cup in terms of I don't think they will qualify for semi-finals because T20 World Cup mein they could not qualify for semi-finals. So I don't have any hopes in the longer format from Afghanistan. But given the conditions that they are going to play in Chennai, they are going to play in some of the venues where there are 3 spinners, in fact 4 spinners, because Noor is going to be used as a surprise package, it seems, for the World Cup or the Asia Cup, some of the crucial matches. So the 4 spinners of Afghanistan, they can surprise any team at any venue. Even the Wankhede gives some turn. And I was thinking yesterday that they can upset Australia because Australia may not be that great, that good player of spin. So, Shreyansh bhai, what do you say? Afghanistan, do they have a chance?
I think they can win 2 matches at best. Because the problem comes in the death overs. And they are क्योंकि जो उनके फास्ट बॉलर्स हैं वो बहुत ही वीक है. So that is one problem. And secondly, they will not be able to sustain the momentum in batting for 50 overs. क्योंकि उनकी जितनी भी आदत है वो 20-20 ओवर खेलने की ज्यादा है. एंड सो एट मैक्स एक मैच शायद वो स्कॉटलैंड को हरा दे और एक अपसेट वो कर सकते हैं. मतलब उससे ज्यादा आई डोंट सी मच हैपनिंग देयर. क्योंकि हर टीम की टॉप 11 जो है वो कोई भी कमजोर नहीं है. एंड 50 ओवर तक सस्टेनेंस बहुत मुश्किल हो पाएगा. तो मेरे हिसाब से एट मैक्स दे कैन विन 2 मैचेस एट मैक्स, उससे ज्यादा नहीं.
Prateek Gautam was low key expecting Afghanistan to reach semis, so I am going to put this question to him. That how was first of all he expecting? Let me ask him. And do you think that Afghanistan can make any waves in the World Cup? Now that we know that Noor will be used as a surprise weapon in the World Cup.
या नहीं, सेमीज तो मतलब वो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन हो गई थी, बट मुझे लगता है अफगानिस्तान अभी भी 2-3 मैच जीत सकती है. आई थिंक जोनाथन ट्रॉट सिर्फ एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहा था इस सीरीज में. वो लोगों को पता था पाकिस्तान को हराना मुश्किल है, तो वो लोग ज्यादातर एक्सपेरिमेंटल फेज में थे. उन लाइक सेकंड ओडीआई में जब उनके पास एक बड़ा स्कोर था, तब भी उन्होंने राशिद खान को लास्ट तक बचा के नहीं रखा, बिकॉज वो चाह रहा था कि एक बार ट्राई करके देखते हैं कि लास्ट में क्या पेसर्स डिफेंड कर पाएंगे. एंड कल के मैच में भी हमने देखा तो उसने ओपनर्स ही चेंज कर दिए, जो उनके बहुत 2-3 साल से जदरान और ओपन कर रहे गुरबाज. कल उसने एक नए लड़के को चांस दिया. सो ही इज एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग अ लॉट. एंड आई थिंक अफगानिस्तान की जो फाइनल 11 होगी उसमें नूर, नवीन उल हक ये सब रहेंगे, और थोड़ा बॉलिंग भी बेटर हो जाएगा, और बैट्समैन आई होप दे स्टेप अप. तो 2-3 मैच जीत सकता है अफगानिस्तान.
Actually, Gulbuddin Naib was excellent yesterday, and the way he used the pitch, which was totally favoring him, and he actually got 2 batsmen frustrated, so frustrated that they had to go for the big shots. Fakar and Imam both actually lost their patience because of his good, disciplined bowling. So I think Gulbuddin should be playing every match. Gaurav, did you see Gulbuddin's spell yesterday? It was quite a good spell actually.
I did. I also watched Gulbuddin spell against Imad Wasim during 2019 World Cup when he was the captain. So, so I don't read much into that. The thing is that Afghanistan, you said about Noor, the problem is I can see that there is no point playing a below par seam bowler. Rather play someone like Noor, who will add more value. The problem is that their second seamer is also treated as a all-rounder. When Noor plays, their lower order becomes a big, very big tail. That becomes they have already got a issue with their batting lineup. They've got only two batsmen who can play a big knock. The one is Gurbaz and another is Ibrahim Zadran. But then Zadran is a bit slow in nature. He needs a lot of time. He rotates strike and then his innings get stalled at times. So they are the two batsmen who bats at the top of the order. After that, I think Hashmatullah Shahidi is a huge problem in their middle order. I do believe. He's playing only because he's the captain. He's got a strike rate issue, and also he's not got much runs on his back. So I would rather prefer Najibullah Zadran playing there, who can play spinners well, who can hit at will, and the strike rate issue would be a problem with Najib. But because I've heard that I think he is injured at this point of time, that's why he's not playing here. But apart from that, I think Afghanistan, what I echo my support to Shreyansh Bhai. What he said that I can only see one upset at max, because the batting needs to click.
Yes.
The batting is their main Achilles heel. They've got a really good attack, and especially on a turning track like Chennai or say Firozshah Kotla against India, on a low slow surface, they got a really good attack. The problem is their batting. Whether batting going to cope up with that thing. So if I am playing against Afghanistan, even if I score 230, I'll be pretty confident of defending that, because the lack of depth in their batting lineup. See, Mohammad Nabi was very good in his prime days, but these days this Nabi is only good for 20s or 30s at max. So that is the problem. Mujib scored a 60 odd yesterday late at, but there was absolutely no pressure, so he could hit out at will, and some of the blows got connected, and that's why he got those runs. Fine innings, absolutely fine. No problem with that. But the thing is that it's one thing to score under pressure. When you are, say, chasing up 40 runs, you have got 2 wickets in hand, you've got to play sensibly at times. And also, and at times when you have already lost the games, it's say 100 runs needed at 6 overs, you go out to have fun. These are the two different aspects of it. So the problem they're going to face is to accommodate Noor in their playing 11. If Noor plays, the tail gets really long. From the number 7, the tail going to start. So Rashid bats at number 7 then. So that's a huge problem.
But if Noor plays, they will. I don't think they'll have 4 spinners: Noor, Nabi, Rashid, and Mujib. So I don't think
they will
play. So that can be done, right? No, you just had 4 spinners.
Get dropped. Say Rashid won't be dropped. Say Nabi won't be dropped because he bats. Mujib won't be dropped. So where's the place for Noor to play? That is my point. Noor only can play in the places like, say, Gulbuddin Naim is playing, or Ahmed Omarzai playing, or Farid Ahmed Malik is playing. These are the places where Noor can play. The problem then becomes is their tail gets longer.